Mansfield Christian takes center stage this morning at home against a struggling Marion Harding squad, seeking their first victory of the season while the Flames look to notch win number 11 on their campaign. It's live and free boys high school soccer to kick off your Saturday morning, and it's only on the OH Report. Coming your way next.
had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. But then you came along.
There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Did you make the right decision about schooling this year?
Mansfield Christian School is designed to turn your questions into confidence. For 60 years, Mansfield Christian has partnered with families and churches to train our children in a biblical worldview. Every day, someone is shaping how your kids see the world. Now more than ever, you need to have confidence that the teachers, curriculum, and programs at your child's school are a match for your values.
For Christian families, our values are your values, and you can have confidence that you made the right decision at Mansfield Christian.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports surfaces as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center. We build better.
What's up, America? Brian Skoronsky here, and if you want to see me and the gang chop it up with some unintelligent conversation, we've got the show for you. Check out the OH Report video podcast every Monday, exclusively right here on the OH Report.
Good morning, folks, and welcome inside of the Park National Bank pregame. My name is Brian Skronsky. I'm going to be on the call with you all morning long for a game that we've got a little bit of a mismatch today. We've got a resurgent Mansfield Christian squad already in double-digit victories on the season, taking on the Marion Harding Presidents, who are having a little bit of a tough go of it so far during this campaign. We'll show you what the Presidents have done so far on the season. Scoring definitely has been at a premium for them. Just 4 goals all year long. They've allowed 81, however, here of late they've been playing a little bit better soccer. They've scored in 4 of their last 6 matches, so you look at the 4 goals that they have. Those have all come within the last few weeks or so. Their best result right at the end of September, a 2-1 loss at Galleon, but they were very competitive, and you saw they are coming off of a loss at Ontario, but they were able to put one inside the back of the net. Been a much different story for Mansfield Christian this season. Looking for win number 11 today. They did draw in their previous match against Tree of Life 1-1, but this is a team very exciting. They can get into the attacking third. Almost 2.7 goals per contest, but defensively is really where they hang their hat. They do not even allow 1 goal per contest. 4-1-1 in their last 6, so the Flames have been playing some pretty exciting soccer, and they've got some really fun players on the roster. No question about that. Matter of fact, I think they got 5 guys that have more goals on the season than Harding does as an entire team. When you look at the likes of Grady Baker, Isaac McFadden, Luke Zerby, and Tristan Johnson, the leading scorer, who has 7 so far on the year. So what is going to decide today's game, at least according to me? Well, I think that some keys to victory today for Mansfield Christian are going to be just do what you do, quite frankly. You know, don't steer away from what's gotten you to this point in the year so far. And for Marion Harding, you got to get some shots. No question about it. Well, here's the Flames. Find some feet. Don't give an inch. Don't allow any confidence to get building here by the Presidents. This is your home field. You need to take care of business and do what you've done all season long. And then for Harding, got to elevate those expectations. Just because you haven't won yet doesn't mean that you're not going to get the job done today. Got to play that ball into the box on as many occasions as humanly. Wrap up our Park National Bank pregame as we are ready for some live and free boys high school soccer action. Chilly day here at Comstock Field. Temperature's not even in the 40s when we arrived. With the sun out, perhaps that has changed a little bit. First touch of the match will belong to Mansfield Christian. And they'll flick it forward as we are underway. Harding trying to clear it. Don't do a very effective job of it, as that one's deflected from Johnson. A lot of high pressure here. Tristan looking for some options. Now he gets it over to Alex Mayer. They're reversing the field. This is what MC does so well. They'll use the entire allotment of the park. Go side to side. And exercising some patience here. As they'll bring it back to Johnson. Looking for some options, and they'll whip it back up top. Just about the first full minute gone by. Almost every touch belonging to the Flames up to this point. And they'll have the throw-in coming up here. Just punched out of play as Johnson was looking for Smith. Now he gets it into Martin, turns the corner, down the touchline, the cross, and nearly found its way into the back. As he had kind of had a couple of players charging in on the backside. Be corner kick number 1 for Mansfield Christian here. And it's going to be a high arcing one. Backside header put on it. But it's going to leak out here to the near side for Smith. Sets it up for Johnson. Plays one in the box. And now that shot deflected from the right foot of Luke Zerby. And Harding just looking to clear, get it out of enemy territory here. Flames working it around the park. Back to Wyszynski. And it'll roll out of bounds for the first goal kick here of the match. Harding struggling just to get it out of their end in the early going. Haven't surrendered a goal yet. So definitely some positives to build off of. But it is going to be the second corner kick opportunity for MC on the way. That's Hoovler. Drove it in low. And Mansfield Christian with their second shot. Sails wide. I want to say what's up to everybody starting off your day with us on Facebook and YouTube. As always, love hearing from you, the fans. Drop us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from this morning. What your plans are for the day after this soccer match. As that was deflected, and the Presidents trying to create an early opportunity here with Logan Hartman. But now it's the Flames on the counterattack. Waiting for some bodies to start pressing forward. And here's Anthony Smith. Good ball to the near side. See the Presidents really packing it in. All 11 guys back playing defense here. As that one just over the head. Trying to hook up for a header, but it's going to be out of bounds again for another goal kick. Five minutes into the match. Really no quality scoring opportunities yet for Mansfield Christian. They have dictated the bulk majority of the action. Here they go again with Hoovler. Goes touchline side, but gets disrupted. Harding able to clear. And they're looking to turn the page, trying to get the ball over on the other side of the field, as it's basically been dominated down here by MC. Smith looking for a cross, and it'll be deflected out of bounds for corner kick number 3. Mansfield Christian's got 7 kids hanging right outside the 18 as they tee it up with Hoovler. And the sophomore initiates. Again, comes in low, near post. And they'll do it all over again. Now Johnson comes in short. Hoovler thought about it, and now drills this one out of play. Short. Hoovler thought about it, and now drills this one out of play. That ball just never had a chance. Good looking ball off the restart. It'll be headed out of bounds, and Harding earns a throw in on the far side. So at least give them an opportunity if they want to start sending some bodies forward. It definitely appears, though, that the strategy with 4 guys back on the defensive line is to pack it in. But inching their way forward now. Another throw-in. Now Wyszynski comes middle with it. Big ball down the far sideline. And that'll escape out of bounds yet again. So Mansfield Christian with possession now. We'll see Zerby with a deep throw-in. One of the best tosses in all of men's soccer, certainly within North Central Ohio. Now Baker had it poked away. Heavy touch that time. And it'll be Flames possession, looking to go quick off the restart. Now Smith will drop it in favor of Johnson. Pressure comes late. Somehow kept in bounds right there by Martin. But the Presidents with kind of a careless turnover right there. Big ball back post. Flames going to chase it down. Smith the last to touch it. It'll be a Harding throw, but deep in their own territory. It's Jackson Shipley looking for a big toss down the line. Johnson with the first touch. Traffic. You see Harding, all those white jerseys inside the 18. Clearly trying to make it tough on Mansfield Christian when they're able to get on the attack. It's going to be their fifth shot at a corner kick. Haven't produced really any quality scoring chances off of them yet. And that one looked like it was off some friendly fire off the belly of a defender who is down in a heap. Hoover thought about it.
Replay, see what we
and now
see.
drills this one out of play. Not 100% sure what happened there. But after the injured player is off the field, we are back to action. And we'll start with the punt here to the middle of the park. Headed forward, nice flick. Nobody making a run, though, for Mansfield Christian. Couple of nice touches. Flames looking for some seams that they can try to attack. I think this is smart strategy to bring it to the back line. Force some of these up top players for Harding to have to come towards you. Spread things out because it's getting awful congested in the box when the Flames are getting their opportunities here. So that one's out of bounds. Baker can't catch up. Just 2 shots so far for Mansfield Christian. Harding certainly holding their own. Still scoreless. Almost 12 minutes gone by here in the match. And footing might be a problem out there, as that shot sails wide. Will lead to another goal kick here for the Presidents. Harding with possession. Though the constant pressure by Mansfield Christian making it tough for him to try to get on the run here. It's going to be out of bounds over to Harding. Presidents defending well so far. This is where the issues have come into play for them. Just trying to drive forward and getting it into an offensive attacking position. Though a pretty good looking throw there. Hartman looking to control it at his feet. And the Flames come away with the turnover. Looking to put together a counterattack. They got bodies moving forward, including Hoovler here to the outside. Here's Max, low cross, near post. And it's handled again by the keeper. And we'll get a whistle and a foul going against Mansfield Christian, their first in the match. It's the senior Ryan Newsom waiting to restart. And that one, I don't think it ever really stayed in the field of play. See where the referees, well, I guess they'll just take it. Well, Mansfield Christian way back in their own territory. Off the deflection, good looking ball here by the Presidents. Got a 4-on-5. Fake shot there by Hensley. And taken away by the Flames. So they shut it down yet again pretty quickly. But Harding enjoying probably their most success so far of the match, just in terms of overall possession. Bad giveaway right there. And now here's Smith, huge ball, showing off the speed there. As that'll be deflected out of bounds for yet another Mansfield Christian corner kick. Flames have not been able to take advantage of those just yet. A couple of substitutions coming in, both sides. As the Flames got it teed up on the far side of the field. This is a good looking ball. Smith skies for it. This is a good looking ball. Smith goes out, skies for it. but it goes out of bounds. So 5 shots for Mansfield Christian. Just one on frame up to this point. So 5 shots for Mansfield Christian. Hoover taking his time, waiting for the defense to come to him. Draws a crowd, so lays it back. Flames flipping the field again. Hoover taking his time, waiting for the defense to come to him. Draws a crowd, so lays it back. Flames flipping the field again. Good looking ball movement. Now they send it out wide for Max. Good looking
Tried to bring
ball
it
inside,
movement.
deflected out of bounds by Hensley. It'll be a deep throw-in coming up here. Now they send it out wide for Max.
the Flames.
Tried to bring it inside, deflected. And of course that means Luke Zerby with a deep toss. And another header. The keeper with his second save. That was a big one, though. The keeper with his second save. That was a big one, though. Just about at the midway point here of this first half. Mansfield Christian dominating a lot of the possession, starting to get some of their better looks here. The possession, starting to get some of their better looks here. I think there's going to be another corner kick. It will be. 7th opportunity for MC here off of a set piece. Max has handled all the duties so far, I believe. And this one blistered back posts. A little bit too much sauce on that one. This one caroms high into the sky. Comes down for a big shot. Deflected out of there. And Harding still defending well. Looks like Zerby's going to try to chuck one into the box yet again. Big throw. And the one-timer set up but misfired that time from Connor. Luke with the cross. Anthony there. And I sense a little bit of growing frustration now for Mansfield Christian, as they've developed quite a bit of offense, but just a couple of shots on frame so far. 3 to be exact. Well, I think you've got to be really pleased if you're Marion Harding so far, just keeping the clean slate. Because the longer you can stick around, the more confidence, of course, is going to build with this squad. Still looking for their first victory on the season. But they've played some of their best soccer here over the last few weeks. Clever flick right there by Alex Mayer. Earns possession back for Mansfield Christian. So now Zerby drives one deep, and it's going to find its way to the intended target. Here's Wyszynski. Down to the touchline, off the cross. Man, Taylor made for a goal. Here's Wyszynski. The Flames just
Down to
unable
the
to cash in
touchline,
up to
off
this
the
point.
cross.
Man, Taylor made for a goal.
Another corner kick, another missed opportunity. Now that's chipped into space, but handled yet again. Jordan comes in tight, quick off the throw-in. Harding just playing so defensive-minded. I mean, it's going to be hard for them to get the ball up in an attacking position when they're sitting with 7 guys back. It's been 4 on the back line and the midfield playing very deep. Good pressure being applied here by the Presidents. So they shut down a potential Mansfield Christian scoring attempt. They've had plenty here early on in the match. 7 shots, none of them really that quality though. But a couple good-looking opportunities. But they certainly have lived down here at this end of the pitch. And so they got 16 minutes to go. You see it's packed in real deep here for the Presidents, who might get an opportunity here. Big run out created by Jordan Hensley. You see the senior's got a lot of fire behind his game. Definitely been a bright spot so far early on for Harding. Marion Harding content just to put it out of bounds. That was Newsom, the latest with the header. So they'll trot up Zerby. Big throw's going to make its way into the box. Line driver. President's unable to clear yet, so it leads to a shot. And this one finally finds its way into the net. And it's Alex Mayer. So the Flames strike first. Took them a while, 14:50 to go in this opening half. It's line driver. Take a look on the Mechanics Bank replay. President's unable to clear yet, so it leads to a shot, and this one Nice drive
finally
right where it needed to
finds
be
its
for
way
Alex.
into the net. And it's Alex Mayer. And the Flames on the board. See if this turns into kind of a snowball effect for Mansfield Christian. They've been getting lots of opportunities. And not the first shot of the match for Harding.
So trying to find an equalizer almost right away. Check out the replay here. Good looking build up. Sent out wide for Hensley. Timed it up nicely.
And not the first shot of the match for Harding.
Flames looking to add another here. 13 minutes and change to play. Good looking move, back post. But the shot attempts too much that time. Watch this build up one more time. It was a good ball. See Wyszynski fighting with the defender. Able to win a little bit of space.
Move, back post. But the shot attempts.
50-50 ball belongs to Harding. Playing with a little bit more confidence here, despite giving up the goal. Certainly have not been outclassed in the early going, as they've packed it in tight, and their strategy paying off as they're right here, trailing just 1-0. And the referee, I believe, I thought he was going to change the call to a corner kick. Just going to be a throw-in. But when you've got Luke Zerby controlling it, it's basically just as good as a corner, if not better. Watch how well he commands his throw-ins. Just how much force and power he has. Brings it in near post, headed out of there, though, by the Presidents. Right back to Luke. Lays it off here for Connor. Now the Flames trying to attract a few players to them. Suck them back towards the midfield. I'll go out of bounds for yet another goal kick. That one flicks forward. Harding trying to get some bodies. Charging towards the goal. Certainly seen this kid do so. Jordan Hensley. Ran into a mix, though, and lost it. So Mansfield Christian trying to put together a counterattack. President's going to have an opportunity. Try to flip the field here. They'll get in a quick sub. Throw into traffic, and it's busted up there by Tristan Johnson. Big arcing ball, takes a couple of hops. Everett overran the play, lost his footing. Big ball into the box, takes a hop. Wyszynski was there. So as we're sub 9 minutes, Flames staying on the attack, keeping aggressive. Haven't had quite as many shots, frankly, as I was expecting. Just looking out on paper at this matchup today. Harding, who allows almost 7 goals per contest, has definitely done a solid job so far today of just packing it in tight like some sardines within the 18, not allowing Mansfield Christian to exploit them. As Zerbe sends this one in, and that's going to be headed out of bounds for another goal kick. Cale Everode got a head on it. Wide of net, though, just 5 shots so far on frame for MC. And I think for the Presidents, if you can take this one into the half just trailing by 1, got to be pretty satisfied. And the Flames definitely would love to tack on at least one more here. I feel like they got their money's worth in this opening 40 minutes. Which has been definitely kind of a slow start, but a 10 a.m. kickoff, I mean, that's tough for anybody. Varsity players definitely not used to this experience. They're used to this, though. Corner kick number 9 on the match. And they're going to go back post with this one. Ball still up for grabs in the box. Couple 2-3 shots by MC. But again, with all those bodies in there, Harding keeping a clean sheet on this one. Take one more look on the
and they're going to go back
replay.
Post with this one.
Nearly a handball.
Ball still
boom.
Up
Second
for
shot.
Grabs
third
in
opportunity.
The box.
And look, just
Couple
4 white
2-3
jerseys
shots
all
by MC.
crushed inside of the 6. Keeping it at a 1-0 advantage. Big shot from distance. Poked away. Smith. Offsides is going to be the call. First such whistle of the match against Mansfield Christian.
The 6. Keeping it at a 1-0
nice build up here.
advantage.
Shinsky dribbling his way through traffic.
Big shot from
Quality
distance.
looking shot.
Poked away Smith.
Mansfield Christian just a bit offside.
Offsides is going to be the call.
Whistle's going to go against the Presidents and Hartman. Big ball back post. And it leads to another MC corner kick. We're going to send Grady Baker up top to initiate this one. 6 players for MC, all on the back post, making some runs. They'll come near post, though, to Wyszynski. Just didn't really have the angle for a shot. Presidents just surviving here in this first half. As the 50-50 ball won by Mansfield Christian out of the air. Hoovler comes middle with it. Big pressure, they lay it off. Flames have done a pretty decent job just maintaining possession, even when they have to bring it back to the line of defense. But again, just trying to suck out this Harding defense to create some type of space within the 18. think a big final 4 minutes here this first half for both clubs. As mentioned, Flames definitely feel a whole lot better about themselves. They can tack on at least one more here. And if you're the Presidents, just a 1-0 advantage heading into the break. Boy, you got to be happy with that. Especially with their limited opportunities offensively. Just one shot so far. None on frame for the Presidents. And they have seldom had the ball in enemy territory, maybe for a minute and a half or so of total game action. Big ball for Wyszynski down in the corner. Keeps it in. Draws a double team. He's able to flare that one to the middle of the park. But it's right to Hartman. Presidents unable to chase it out of harm's way, so it leads to another shot. Diving save. And it's eaten up. So Leonard, pretty effective so far in between the pipes this morning. Having a quality match. Got 6 saves so far. Off the deflection, good looking ball. Shot is wide from Everett Martin. And that has been the storyline so far for Mansfield Christian in this opening half. A lot of near opportunities, but just a fraction off. As you see one more time,
Shot
Martin
is wide.
Just cannot keep it
From Everett Martin.
Smith backtracking here as we're sub 90 seconds to go before the first half break. I think probably a misfire right there, trying to send it out wide. But Smith staying with it, sets it up, big shot. And that one too will sell wide. Shot number 13 for MC in this opening half. And the Presidents really in no hurry to get the restart going. Late time goal here would be absolutely monstrous for Mansfield Christian. So for Harding, just packing it in, doing what they've done so far throughout the duration of this first half. And we have reached the break. Bit of a surprising first half count here with Mansfield Christian on top, 1-0. Tell you more about what we saw here in the opening half. Give you my thoughts and get you all set up for half number 2. It's live and free boys high school soccer to kick off your Saturday. And we'll be back in just a moment.
I'm Travis Big League Berardi. Catch me every week with my Country Roads rankings. We'll go over the small school top 10 football schools here in the area.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. But then you came along.
There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports surfaces as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Did you make the right decision about schooling this year?
Mansfield Christian School is designed to turn your questions into confidence. For 60 years, Mansfield Christian has partnered with families and churches to train our children in a biblical worldview. Every day, someone is shaping how your kids see the world. Now more than ever, you need to have confidence that the teachers, curriculum, and programs at your child's school are a match for your values.
That you made the right decision at Mansfield Christian.
Number one receiver coming from the Shelby Whippets, Isaiah Ramsey.
He's caught our attention over here, and we're certainly going to keep an eye on the Willard Flashes.
We will see you next week on the Stat Leaders, brought to you by Spitzer of Mansfield.
It's halftime here at Comstock Field. 40 minutes in the books. Just one goal so far up to this point, that belonging to the home team. Mansfield Christian looking to check the box for the win column for the 11th time this season. I am Brian Skronsky. Here are your halftime stats presented by Park National Bank. And see a little bit lopsided, certainly. 13 shots for Mansfield Christian. 6 of them have been on frame. They've had a ton of corner kick opportunities. So lots and lots of chances for them to try to make something happen. Just have not been able to capitalize. Harding just with the one shot. The possession for them just 20%. So it's been more about a defensive-minded strategy. No question about that for Marion Harding in that first half. And I will be curious to see if they're cool with that in half number 2. Just pack it in and try not to lose by a lot. Because the counterattack for them, very seldom were they even sending bodies forward. Packing it in with 7 guys routinely defensively. And oftentimes, certainly when there would be corner kick opportunities, they were defending with all 11 just packed in like sardines. But it's got him in the match so far up to this point. As we are just about set here for second half action. First touch will belong to the Presidents. Looking to end a 12-game skid here to open up their campaign. But, as mentioned, they've given up on average 7 goals per contest. Twice they've had double figures. Once by Clear Fork, the other time by Central Crossing down in Grove City. So to have this result at the half against a really quality Mansfield Christian team who I think will end up doing some damage in the Division III tournament, checking in at 10-4-1 on the season. Definitely, I think you got to feel good about yourself, but you got to feel better if you can get more opportunities at the offensive end, something that was so scarce for them in the first half. And it does look like the strategy potentially going to be a little bit different here in half number 2, as they've just got 3 defensive backers instead of 4 right now. And they'll have the throw-in coming up near side. And it's a big one into the box. It's going to be loose in front. Look like a potential missed opportunity right there for Harding. And now off the counter attack, Field is flipped. But the first shot not able to stay on frame there for Weston Neal. Excellent looking counterattack, though, by Mansfield Christian. And that's some of the danger that you're going to have to face and anticipate if you're Harding. If you do elect to play a little bit more offensive strategy here in this second half. Because when you send numbers forward, of course, you're vulnerable at times on that back line. But through the first couple of minutes, done a nice job with possession. At least having it about 50-50 at this point. Off the restart, they'll find Connor in the middle of the park. Now this one's sent out wide. Collision up top with Hoovler battling for possession. And it's going to stay in. Look like Newsom just content to push it out of bounds. Force a deep throw-in for Mansfield Christian. Zerbe obviously the guy who handles these duties. Smith The good ball into traffic, but well defensed by Hayden Honecker. And now the Presidents trying to put together a counterattack, and they definitely had some numbers funneling forward. You see the frustration from Hartman. Sophomore knows all he had to do was send it down the line, and he had a charging Hensley. But I think with the score being what it is, you can tell Marion Harding definitely playing with a lot more confidence coming out of the gates here in the second half than they opened up with. A little bit more enthusiasm. So for the Flames, it's going to be their duty to try to match that and definitely just keep heading towards frame. They had a lot of shots in the first half. Looking to get more of the same here as this one sails over top. And another goal kick. Big skip, and this one's going to run out of bounds right in front of the President's bench. Zerbe slings that one down the line on target 2 for Johnson. The cross, though, deflected. So Hensley collects. Flames allowing some Harding players to start getting sucked up into the attacking third. Again, just trying to soften up the defense. Plenty of time here to go. Not even 6 minutes gone, though it does result in an MC turnover. See if the Presidents can maintain possession here. Put together a good look. They've had quite a few careless giveaways when they've gotten down on this end. But here's a chance. Ended, though, by Davis Wyszynski coming away with the rock. And MC, who had that great counterattack early on here in the second half. Not able to produce one here. Good-looking ball there from Mayer, who's got the only goal so far in the contest. And the keeper will handle that with Evero charging in. Now Hensley to the middle, give and go. Doesn't work out. No shots produced there by the Presidents. And all the way out to the edge of the 18 comes Leonard. Big ball charging Everode, a little bit of contact. President's defender throwing up his hands. Shipley saying, I didn't create that. So we've got Connor Lose checking back in. Everett Martin going to catch a quick breather. As Newsom awaits the restart. And here comes the whistle. He sends it in play to the midfield. One out of the air, at least initially by Harding. Now a big ball left wing. Tristan slingshots it forward.
Long carry that time by Frankie Budia. He lost it, didn't give it up in time. As that one just off of the post. Good looking shot by Baker. And there's just almost a lid on the net at this point for Mansfield Christian, who produced 3 shots there, all of them on frame, but nothing to show for it. Man, tough sequence there by MC. Here, we're going to take you back to that last section of offense for Mansfield Christian. Take it from this point, winning it in the midfield.
Long carry that time by Frankie.
It's an excellent build-up.
Budia. He lost it.
Good looking ball.
Didn't give it up in time. As that one
That's
just off of the post.
Placement
Good
that
looking
time
shot by
from
Baker.
Grady Baker. And you see again, exposed net.
And there's
Flames
just
can't
almost
capitalize.
a lid on the net at this point for Mansfield
Sets up a big
Christian.
shot from distance by Mayer. And skipping into the hands of
3
Leonard.
shots there, all of them on frame.
3 shots, all on frame. No bueno for MC. And so for the Presidents, just hanging around, still within striking distance, trailing, of course, on the scoreboard, but just needing one thing to go right for them to deliver an equalizer and try to get their first non-loss of the season. Haven't even experienced a tie or a draw. So this could be a huge confidence builder for the Presidents as we're getting late in the season. Just 2 more regular season matches for Harding. They'll play their cross-city rivals in Pleasant on October the 10th. Then they've got Ada to wrap things up on the road. For Mansfield Christian, just 1 more match after today. We'll be back for it, and that is next week against Mansfield Madison. The Rams just coming off of a loss against Ontario the other night. Got outscored 4-0 in that contest. And it's going to be the first corner kick here of the second half for Mansfield Christian. Had a dozen in the first half. I don't know that I've seen a dozen in one half by any team so far this season. They ended up with very few shots on net, though, from those 12 attempts. See if they can get one out of this set piece here. Here's Baker, and man, it looked like some miscommunication between him and Everode of who was going to take the shot. So no one really did.
They ended up with
Let's watch this one again.
very few shots on net, though, from those 12 attempts. See if they can get one out of this set
Good looking
piece
ball,
here.
and you see here, man, it looked like it was set
Here's
up to perfection for Baker, but then Everode was there, and
like some miscommunication.
nobody got a clean swipe at it. But right back at it again. Kell brings it inside, extra touch, and he rips that one off the defender. Surprise, surprise, right?
Touch, and he rips that one off the defender.
So the Flames starting to produce some offense here. Don't have anything to
Here's
show for it yet in the
Connor
second
with the
half,
big
but
shot,
they've
and
been
this
close.
one just off target. Surprise, surprise, right?
President's making a quick substitution, and Jordan Hensley, who had checked out of the match for just a little while, back into the mix. And they're going to need him. He's got kind of the most creative flavor on the roster. Both he along with Logan Hartman certainly have been the 2 driving forces, at least offensively so far this morning for Marion Harding. Clever move there by Zerby, creating some space, shaking away from the defender. And now Mayer tripped up. Be the first foul of the second half on either unit. And Mansfield Christian just gets right back to work. Hoovler crashing inside, gives it away. Careless pass picked off by the freshman Aiden Roy. And Hoy's going to come throw it in. Looking for some targets. Always a smart idea just to go down the line, but it's headed right back to him. As Smith comes up with the pressure. Wyszynski flipping the field with Tristan. Deflected, and now here's Baker on the run. Ran into Hensley. Got a little bit of ping-pong action going on here. And now it'll be a throw-in on the way for the Presidents. Making another substitution. Chilly morning here in Mansfield. Temperatures maybe in the low 40s. We started the contest in the 30s. So tournament weather certainly has made its way into the area. And hard to believe we've got the tournament draw already coming up tomorrow. So both of these teams will learn their playoff fate at the Sunday tournament draw. Mansfield Christian, an intriguing team to me in terms of what we can expect from them in tournament time, as they've got a great setup, and that's unbelievable. Kel Everode, center cut. My, oh my.
Mansfield Christian.
So let's check out this play fully develop. The Mechanics Bank replay.
In terms
good-looking
of
ball.
what we can expect from them in tournament time.
They play it. It's headed to the middle.
Yes, they've got a great setup, and that's unbelievable.
Everode just cannot put it away.
Hell, Everode.
8 shots now for Mansfield Christian in the first 16 minutes of action. Been able to put half of those on target. See if they can get another one here. Smith reverses. Lays it off here for Martin. Flipping the field. Right up top. One-timer. And the big left leg. Sails. And the Presidents now, they really going to the bench a lot as they're going to make another substitution. It's been one guy at a time. Just keeping pretty steady rotation going right now. Mayer with the carry, making a run now. Hoovler's going to find him. Alex with some space. Now turns, defended. And this one headed, but it will find its way into the goal. And the drought for Mansfield Christian is over. Grady Baker coming through with the goal. So it makes it 2-0, 22-43 to go in the match. And a little bit of separation, and I think probably a sigh of relief for Mansfield Christian. Didn't want to have the Presidents hanging around for too long.
And him.
Take one more look at this one.
With some space. Now turns, defended.
Mayer kind of made that whole thing happen as he lofted
this
that in
one
there
headed
beautifully. Baker with a couple of
It will
opportunities.
find its way into the goal.
Strike.
And the drought.
So for Harding, I think it's a much different scenario for them, trailing by 2 goals here in the second half. Got some numbers formulating forward. But we've seen quite a few bad giveaways when they've been on the offensive side of things. That possession ending exactly the same way. And it leads to a run out here by the Flames. Hoovler, I think, mismeasured that one. We'll wait for Zerby to come up and handle this. Luke's got some options. Now Hoovler back out wide too. Might have a chance here with Wyszynski. And this one driving and a beauty. In 2 minutes after the previous by Baker. Watch this one and the full build-up yet again.
Now Hoovler back out wide to Luke.
As Zerby needed
goes towards the
nice couple
touchline.
of moves.
Zerby with the cross.
Set it up behind everybody, and then just the patience here by Davis. He noticed that he had some space.
Might have a chance here with
Defense
Wyszynski.
came a little bit late and getting out of the way too.
And this one driving and
to
a beauty.
Get 100%
Davis
behind that one.
With a big goal.
And it is now 3-0.
It comes less than
Mansfield
2
Christian.
minutes after the previous by Baker.
A little bit more of, I think, what we all expected in this match. As MC now has matched their shot for the first half here in the first 20 minutes of half number 2. Starting to get things going offensively. This one's going to stay in bounds for Everode. Quick touch. Now here goes Kale. Slicing through a double team, sets it up, one-timer, deflected. And still up for grabs. Whistle comes in. It's going to go against Mansfield Christian. As Trenton Leonard, he was a little bit shaken up on the play. Presidents come through the midfield, intercepted by Everode, pushing it forward, and Connor with the shot. Number 14 for MC in the second half. 9 of them have been on frame too. So they're having a fabulous offensive output here in these first 22 minutes of the second half. Harding looking for their first shot of half number 2. Not going to get it there. It's about as close as they have been, though. So that's a smooth-looking move. Ball driven out to the wing. Big run being made. And a late whistle comes in. Potentially for offside. Definitely going against Mansfield Christian. Not sure if it was a foul or an offside. Flames driving ahead, chipped into space, headed down though by Harding. So they end the scoring threat, at least for now, as Zerbe coming up for a big throw. Substitutions being made on both sides. Got Weston Nil on the back line here. Throw in here near side. And they'll do it over again. Back to Hoovler, sets it up for himself. Another big shot. But the President's able to chase it out of their own end. One of the few times the ball's actually been in Mansfield Christian's own box here this early morning. As Smith gets by the defender, keeps the carry rolling. Now the momentum stopped just for a second. Another sub made by MC. Mayer's going to check out. I think the hustle's going to pay off there for the Presidents. It's going to be a deep throw-in. Actually, the referee changing his opinion on that matter, as it'll set up a corner kick. Or no, it is going to be a throw-in. Just had him restart it. Now a big clear here by Harding as we're sub 15 minutes to go. This early morning non-conference match, the last time to leave an impression before the tournament draw tomorrow. Certainly I think that Harding is kind of solidified where they're going to be in terms of the tournament bracket, but for Mansfield Christian, maybe a little bit of bonus points here. Definitely like to add on a couple more goals in this second half. Have a chance here off the set piece. Teed up now by Hoovler. And he sells it back post. Knocked out of there. Over to the Mansfield Christian bench. And I thought they were going to let him just keep playing it. Little collision outside the box. Now Neal turns it into the corner. Had it knocked out. Looking for some options here off the throw-in. Tristan Johnson comes back to the ball. Handles it back to Weston. Heavy traffic out there wide on the wing. Flames unable to get it out of there. Now they'll backtrack it. Switch fields here with Wyszynski.
Another corner on the way here for MC. Hoovler's done a pretty solid job with these so far this morning. Have not been able to score yet off of a corner kick. Tons of opportunities created, though. That one finding its way down to the turf. But deflected, so Johnson pushes it back towards the middle. As that one settles at the feet. Set up, shot, and deflected here from Connor. Good looking move by Smith. He sends one, but well played by Shipley. And that one sails well over top for the 15th shot here of the second half for MC. But another quality possession for the Flames. I've had quite a few of them here in the second half. At least giving themselves opportunities for some goals.
Set up, shot, and deflected.
Just a little bit slow on the
from
trigger
Connor.
that time by Connor Laus. But a fabulous move there by Anthony Smith for that shot.
He sends
And
one.
they've created
But well
plenty
played by
here
Shipley.
in the second half. Flames trying to tack on another score. Hoovler mixed up down in the corner. Drew a whistle of some sort. And actually a foul and a yellow card being given to Jordan Hensley. Didn't necessarily feel like anything over the top.
Here
Check
in
it
the
out
second
real
half.
quick on the replay. See both sides just
Flames
battling
trying to
down for the
tack
ball.
on another score.
And it definitely looks like Max extending the arm first,
Hoovler
but
mixed
all
up
of that
down in
second
the corner.
person. Yeah, I think maybe actually it was after the
True
play
whistle of some.
with the frustration there displayed by Jordan, just kicking the ball and it carrying off of Max. So that's our first card here of the match. So, of course, Hensley's going to have to check out. Harding doesn't have a very deep bench to go to. I think they've played only about 13 today. Done a solid job of rotating, though, frequently throughout the match. So the stoppage, I think it's just for the substitution. It's Hunter Vitaro who checks in here for the Presidents, and we are back to action with Mansfield Christian. But a little bit too much behind that one. The Flames really have played well in the second half. No shots allowed, just one total for the contest by Harding. Who have basically played with their backs to the wall from the start of this one. This one falls down at the feet. And another goal. Tristan Johnson this time. 4-zip now for MC.
Start of this one.
See this whole thing materialize here on the replay.
as that one just squirts out wide for Weston. Big cross headed up. Initially, it looked like Shipley was going to get it out the way, and it looked like Smith was going to have the shot, but then it ends up
Johnson this time.
putting it in the back. A whistle and foul number 2 against Harding here in this second half, who now find themselves in kind of a familiar territory, you could say. Allowed at least 4 goals in just about every match this season. Only 3 times did they keep the opponent under 4 scores. And for Mansfield Christian, this is their 5th time going over 4 goals in a match. Team that's averaging about 2.6 goals per contest, so that average going to come up. Defensively, though, is where they have really shined on the season. They've just given up 15 goals so far in 15 matches. Superb. None, of course, today. And only allowing the 1 shot, so it's been a pretty dominant performance by Mansfield Christian, and when you're going to see these final numbers in the postgame, you'll feel like they probably should have had more than 4 goals in the contest, at least up to this point. Still an opportunity for them, of course, to add a couple of more. Leonard with the throw out. And Newsom has it hop back down at his feet, but sends it out of bounds. And the Flames making a substitution with Riley Raspberry getting into the actions. He'll check out Anthony Smith, likely for the final time this morning. Big ball to Johnson, who's now rotated up top. He's going to get some chances here offensively in the closing 6 minutes, 40 seconds. Fourth corner kick here in the second half for the Flames. And make it number 5 as they'll re-tee it up. Near post off the defender, right back to Hoovler. And that one just a bit too tall for Kel Everode, who skied high, trying to put a head on it. Connor got tangled up in a whistle. Yeah, that's Jordan Hensley, who just picked up the foul. Oh, the card as well. And a second yellow card now has just been issued to Jordan Hensley. Must have been for something that he said to the referee. So his action will be over for the day, with that being his second. And the holdup just, I believe, is the president's determining who they are going to get back into the mix. With the morning now done for Jordan Hensley, out with the 2 yellow cards. When we restart, it'll be the junior Davis Wyszynski facing a 2-man wall. And he drives it over the top of that. Save, though, on the play. Leonard's done a pretty decent job this afternoon. Big ball out wide here for Raspberry, getting his first minutes of the morning. One-timer that heads back post. Nobody home for Mansfield Christian. So scooped up by Trenton. Waiting for some bodies to move forward before he sends the punt. Now skies this one. Takes a big hop. Harding still waiting on their first shot of the second half. Now the Presidents with a fast throw in. They'll send it just outside the 18 up top. MC with a nice clear. They'll get it to Johnson. Draws a double team. Crafty move just to squeeze it by with Raspberry tracking it. And sent out of bounds by Jackson Shipley. And the referee is awarded Harding actually with the throw-in. And they'll make a couple of changes with Hartman back into the contest. And here he is trying to make an immediate impact. He's got nice foot skills. As that ball driven down into the corner. I think it's going to make its way out of play. A little breeze coming through and it will. So, goal kick. Griffin Baker has not had to do very much here this morning. One of the few times he's even going to touch the rock. As the Flames just looking to run out these last 2.5 minutes, firmly in control, 4-0 advantage. 3 of those goals coming in the second half. After what I would describe as a pretty frustrating first half, and then even the start here of the second, where they had plenty of opportunities, weren't able to make the most of them. And a whistle on an offside call, I think, with Johnson being about a step too far. Second offside whistle against Mansfield Christian in the second half. And that one too much. It'll go out of play for a President throw-in. And for Marion Harding, a good battle for them today. They were only down by 1 goal heading into halftime, and then for the first 13 minutes of the second half, kept a clean sheet, so definitely were within striking distance, had some opportunities, but just offensively could not get anything to materialize this morning. 1 shot, 0 on frame for the Presidents here on the road, as they will dip to 0-13 on the season. Mansfield Christian will improve to 11-4-1. With the tournament draw, as mentioned, coming up tomorrow. And a chance for a late goal here from Johnson. And it hits the crossbar. Still up for grab. And somehow the Presidents keep it out of there. I mean, that's kind of the story of the day for MC. How many times have we seen that today? Almost just like a lid over the net.
Clean sheet, so definitely were within striking distance, had some opportunities. But just offensively,
back a little bit too far there on the replay.
Could not.
As that'll take us to the final whistle. Mansfield Christian, a winner, 4-0. as again they're going to collect their 11th victory of the season. We'll step aside. We'll be back with your final stats and analysis, as well as an interview with our player of the match. So drop us a comment. Let us know who you thought was the best player. 4 goals coming today by 4 different folks. So a lot of options out there. We'll be back with our post game right after this.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. But then you came along.
There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Did you make the right decision about schooling this year?
Mansfield Christian School is designed to turn your questions into confidence. For 60 years, Mansfield Christian has partnered with families and churches to train our children in a biblical worldview. Every day, someone is shaping how your kids see the world. Now more than ever, you need to have confidence that the teachers, curriculum, and programs at your child's school are a match for your values.
For Christian families, our values are your values, and you can have confidence that you made the right decision at Mansfield Christian.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
What's up, America? Brian Skaronski here, and if you want to see me and the gang chop it up with some unintelligent conversation, we've got the show for you. Check out the OH Report video podcast every Monday, exclusively right here on the OH Report.
Back now with our OH Report Player of the Game, powered by CASA of Marion County. And we have got Tristan Johnson with me. Really versatile threat today, Tristan, and basically all season long. Let's start with the clean sheet defensively, because you played a lot of great D today. You only allow one shot, none on frame to Harding. How did it feel out there, kind of from top to bottom at all three levels for this team, and just what you were able to do to them defensively?
It felt great. Got to be one place, one another, and then you got to move quick. Possession, we kept that, and then it was just slow and fast, so it was like in the middle, so it wasn't bad.
And then for you, getting a goal here in the match, and when you've had your opportunities, you've really cashed in. I believe you're the leading scorer on the team so far. So just tell me about what you feel like you bring to this club on a game-in, game-out basis, having so much versatility that you can play back, you can play middle, you can play up top when you need.
Mainly I bring a lot of speed, and then I got the hype. You know, we keep it good, keep them ready for the game, and keep them warm. So.
11th win on the season for Mansfield Christian. You got the tournament draw coming up tomorrow. Where do you guys feel like you fit in terms of the district in Division III?
I feel like we're pretty high up. We're actually doing pretty decent this year. We've got a lot of our foot skills down, touches, our passing. We're doing pretty well.
What would you like to see develop a little bit more before you get into tournament play here in a couple of weeks? You guys had a ton of shots here. Only 4 of them dropped it. Is there anything offensively or maybe defensively that you would like to see improve a little bit before you get into tournament time?
Definitely probably our possession. We're doing a little bit better. And then, keep our shots more on goal. And that's pretty much what to see.
And for you individually, tell me about how much your game has developed from the start of the season, and where else do you want it to continue to improve before the season finally comes to a close?
Well, definitely my foot skills, my touches, and then I want to keep us going, you know, help out the team, keep it offensively, defensively, you know, everywhere I got to be, I'll be there.
All right, Tristan Johnson, our MVP here this morning. Tell me actually about playing at 10 a.m. start time. Was that tough to get the juices flowing that early?
Kind of. I mean, not really, but it's all right. We're just working.
Were you able to eat like anything? You have a breakfast, or?
Actually, no. I didn't eat breakfast. Running on straight energy.
Well, what is your go-to when you do have breakfast?
A Pop-Tart, eggs, or some cereal.
Any specific flavor of Pop-Tart or cereal that you like?
The s'mores Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
And then cereal, got to go with my Cocoa Puffs.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, Tristan, if there are any shout-outs that you would like to give, now's your chance.
Definitely my mom. She's been one of my biggest fans. My stepdad and Coach Armstrong.
All right, Tristan Johnson with a goal today in a 4-0 victory. Appreciate the time, man.
No problem.
All right, we're going to step aside real quick. We will be right back to close things up here from Comstock Field. Stay tuned.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. But then you came along.
There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Did you make the right decision about schooling this year?
Mansfield Christian School is designed to turn your questions into confidence. For 60 years, Mansfield Christian has partnered with families and churches to train our children in a biblical worldview. Every day, someone is shaping how your kids see the world. Now more than ever, you need to have confidence that the teachers, curriculum, and programs at your child's school are a match for your values.
For Christian families, our values are your values, and you can have confidence that you made the right decision at Mansfield Christian.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center. We build better.
Welcome back to the Park National Bank postgame. I'm Brian Skoronsky, and here at Comstock Field, it was a 4-0 victory for Mansfield Christian here this morning. Let's take a look at the final stats. Brought to you by Park National Bank, and a ton of shots created by Mansfield Christian today. 29 to be approximate. A little bit more than half of those were on frame, and they really dominated the possession today. 78% by my count, so they were finding feet. They were attacking and basically living in enemy territory, and I think probably most impressive, no shots allowed on frame the entire match. Just one shot total produced by Marion Harding. So a big showing here by Mansfield Christian at home. I think they felt like they probably should have had at least 6, 7, I mean up to about double-digit goals, although a lot of opportunities produced, just were not able to cash in as regularly as I've seen them do throughout this season. But nonetheless, you get the win, you get to victory number 11 on the year, and put just one last positive thought in the minds of the coaches in the district as they will have the tournament draw tomorrow. That is going to wrap up our coverage here, though, from Comstock Field, as they've got another match. I believe it's going to be a junior varsity match. Go down here against Mansfield St. Peter's. So we're going to wrap things up. And before I do, just want to say thank you to all of our generous sponsors that help you bring the coverage live and free right here on the OH Report, as well as our camera lady, Jory Hollenbeck. Also had my daughter, Aaliyah Skoronsky, doing the pregame camera work today. I'm Brian Skoronsky saying so long. We'll see ya with another live stream coming up a little bit later on this afternoon. I believe we have some volleyball on the ticker as well. But for now, from Comstock Field, we out of here.